The difference between us is that I can feel pain.
Sounds like a real boogeyman once Freddy's coming.
Harvest.
Haunted Harvest. It's Spookland time.
Let's go. Let's save that for the
I was just practicing some things.
Spookland time.
Spookland
Your
time.
specimen has been processed, and we are now
Spooking
ready to
seems
begin
too
the
much like a
test
racist.
further.
I don't know.
Boo!
It's Spookland time.
There you go. Hey, everybody.
Hell yeah.
Welcome to Pumpkin Hill Radio. You're sitting at the Haunted Harvest experience.
Yeah. Haunted Harvest round table.
Yeah. It's the spooking months out here.
Yeah.
And we are doing a little series on just classic spooky things. You know,
Yeah,
we're not
classic
trying.
genres. of
Yeah,
horror,
classic
basically.
genres. We've hit up
Right.
vampires,
Ghosts.
ghosts, a third thing maybe that we have
another
already
one
forgotten.
Yeah, another one.
Next week's gonna be zombies.
Yeah.
But today we're doing exorcisms. Now,
Yeah.
on the Haunted Harvest here at Pumpkin Hill Radio, we're not going to try to get to the bottom of this thing today.
No, we're just talking about it.
We're just going to be talking about it. You know, some of these episodes we bite off quite a lot, and there's truly just too much here to really ever parse through completely. So we're just going to just break down. You got,
I'm good.
I'm gonna leave some space for you to get that out. I'm gonna exercise you right now.
Yeah.
Be gone, foul demon.
Like, I'm exercising something.
Let me
right
pull
now.
them out. Let me pull up the power words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exorcisms.
Yeah. I am
I
Travis
like to,
Wormwood.
Yeah.
That's Dawson
Travis,
Trailer.
Dawson.
Nice.
Yeah, I was gonna say like I like to exercise my demons with a treadmill and some dumbbells.
Nice. I'm still working on how to get mine out.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Got
Near the end, we're
exercisms.
gonna do.
You know what I mean?
Near the end, we're gonna do some actual exorcism stuff. See if anything comes screeching out of either of us.
Yeah.
You know,
By the power of Christ.
should have opened a window. Make sure they can leave.
Yeah.
But this is fine.
Power of Christ compels you.
I like what you did earlier, where you
Leave this man.
kind of started saying our names the same time as me.
That's
We could try to do that. Travis Wormwood, Dawson Trailer. Nice. Yeah,
Cool. Yeah, we'll get that done. It's taken like 2 years for me to like say my name, and it's just I like saying my name.
So before we get into all that fun stuff, I just want to say real quick to if you need to contact us, pumpkinhillradio@gmail.com.
Yeah.
You can find all of our content and link to our merch page at pumpkinhillradio.com. We got a lot of people asking for merch, so feel free to just go there and grab that. I got some people at the bar that were asking me. I do have your sizes and names listed down, and I will do a bulk order shortly.
Hell yeah.
But if you want it ASAP, you know how to do that. Last time I took an order, I just did not write anybody's name down and only the sizes. So
Yeah.
if you think
What size do you have?
are owed a shirt, let me know. I got a large hoodie here.
Come collect it. We got it.
Yeah.
That's
That's
awesome.
fucking awesome. Yeah. And just finally check the Patreon. We got over 50 hours of bonus content and growing over there each month. Patreon.com/pumpkinhillradio. We got all kinds of stuff going on over there. But we got enough going over here for right now.
Yeah, a lot.
I think. Yeah. Well, let's just open this thing up, huh?
Yeah.
Exorcisms. What? I have obviously just like too much information in front of me, so I'm gonna like just try to keep this mostly banter. Where are you going with exorcisms, generally speaking?
Well, usually you got like a priest. You have some holy water, maybe. I just know. Okay, it's one of those things where it's kind of like one of those dismissed things. Is like, oh, it's probably not real, but like, there's just definitely super real. Like, people like exorcising demons and things happening. Like, people that like don't know that like this water is holy water and it gets sprinkled on them and they're like burns them.
Mm-hmm.
They like react like it's burning them, like it's fire, stuff like that. Like people like speaking in like tongue, not even just tongues, but like Latin, like fluent Latin, and they're like 14-year-olds in like Alabama. It's like they don't know Latin.
Yeah, where are they pulling this information
Like
from?
what is this coming from?
They're going like straight to the
And then like
demon realm for that.
something priests do when they're doing exorcisms is like they usually like ask like what their name is, and they'll like throw some like obscure demon name and
the
it's like,
possessed person.
yeah, the possessed person, and they'll be like, whatever demon's possessing him like says their name, and it's usually like you'd have to like be real deep into like demonology to like know these like low level like demons.
Mm-hmm. And you're just listing them off.
You just like say it off like it's normal, and it's like, well, what the fuck is that? I don't know. There's the things and like kids like crawling on walls and shit.
Mm. Yeah, I mean,
it's like that kind of stuff. Like,
yeah, there's like I said, there's so much ground to cover, right? Because I think we will be hitting a more Christian side of this thing today.
Yeah, I feel like
there is like so much.
It's very much. It's like all I could find was anytime I was looking up anything with exorcism, it like all had to do with like a Catholic priest, basically.
There's some pretty interesting like Buddhist stuff.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, dude. The Eastern religions have their own kind of variety. That might get its own episode, maybe just like at a different time. I might touch on it a little bit today, but that's just to say that like I think we will be hitting more of this. Like, yeah, we're hitting these.
Yeah, I guess for me, I just always thought of for me, it just seems like exorcism and like Catholicism, Christianity are like
it kind of takes it that
parallels
direction.
You know? But it does make sense. I know there's like native rituals and stuff that like to like
some kind of
ward
banishing.
off and like expel like
some banishing stuff.
Evil spirits.
Right. Yeah, it's
like
stuff. Every culture has it, and like it's as old as time. Like there's some Mesopotamian stuff for for like collecting demons, right? And it's like, well, you have to push it out of someone to collect it up sometimes,
and so I even think like there's like levels to it because I think like burning sage and like cleansing a space like that is like exorcism in a certain sense. You know what I mean? Like getting rid of bad spirits, bad vibes.
Yeah, it's kind of just the power of the entity itself, right?
Yeah. Which some are like way too strong for just that.
Yeah, it kind of. I mean, it was making me think of like in the last episode we did with the vampires. It was one story was how like the town priest was trying to exorcise it while it was like in the grave.
Yeah.
Which that like left me with an interesting question of like what would be left of that thing, or would that just straight up burn it, like turn into ash? Like, is there like some type of like human soul or like some kind of soul hiding in there at some point?
Whatever like empty vessel that thing was before it turned into that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
Are vampires? Is that like it's like when you get turned as a vampire, are you being like possessed by a certain type of demon that like takes over you,
or at
like,
least your vampiric master?
Yeah. Is that like
I think that
you're like being possessed by it? Is that like vampirism, a type of possession?
Well, I think if we go back to what we say every episode, it seems is like this like overlay of magic on just all of the world. It doesn't really matter what light is taken in, right? It's just it can be used in different ways. You know, like how druid stuff seems so close to some vampire stuff, and like exorcise. Yeah, it is probably working with just specific demons or just energies. If you want to even take that label away from it, you're just like, what does this energy want? What can it do for me? What am I going to do for that?
Like what the desert fathers were doing and stuff. It's just like they're like fighting these demons, and even in this like demon possession book, like you showed me that line, that whole little bit about like the like hairy demons.
I might pull that passage up at some point. Some of the research I did today,
they are like Bigfoot's, just like these like demons out there.
Yeah. Talking about old satyr magic and stuff.
Like what?
I will be reading at some point from a book called Demon Possession, an unusual collection of experiences, case histories, studies, and conclusions from a wide range of professional people, including doctors, psychiatrists, scientists, historians, theologians, and college professors. It's basically a symposium they had in like the 80s, I believe, where they all just... It was like 40 different people came in with just like a paper to read and receive information on.
This is what we're doing.
And this is like a collection of that. It's a pretty cool book I found at the Christian bookstore, actually. They have a great little demonology section. You know what I mean?
Very cool.
There's like...
Good stuff.
And why wouldn't they? Yeah, obviously there's one section with just like a bunch of aliens and stuff. Like, oh yeah, I can hang out here.
I mean, believe in what you want, but like Christian lore is like pretty sick. I mean, we did the saints and stuff, but it's like, bro, we picked some cool saints, but it literally any saint, you look up any saint, and the lore behind it is like, damn, bro.
Well, and that's just because like all religions
pretty
are
badass.
All religions are like the same and mostly build off each other. So it's just pulling from these much older stories, not even stories. I mean, they can be realities, but it's pulling from these more ancient things are coming up again and again every like 1,000 years
like
or so.
Parallels of it.
Yes. So
and then there's like different like whatever like religious or cultural like overlay over it.
Yeah. So like the Christian mythos and stuff is so built out because it literally is just like carrying everything else with it at this point.
But in like the Renaissance, you know, and like or even like the Puritan times in the U.S. and like you see like Bigfoot, you're gonna be like, well, those are demons.
Mm-hmm. Those are clearly
That's
demons.
clearly a demon. And now we're like, oh, they're Bigfoot and Sasquatch.
Maybe
And
like
same thing with like aliens, you know, it's like, oh, those are aliens, but like other people are like, those are demons,
sense.
those are fallen angels.
So it's like maybe if you're just peeling away all the names and layers, it's just you're using specific keywords or key energy, like the way that you're like channeling even like your fucking throat chakra and stuff as you're saying these specific words at these specific energies, it just expels them no matter what it is.
Yep.
And
I think what was it? Aleister Crowley said like angels and demons are gonna like come back, but they're just gonna be called something different, and that's just what we're calling aliens and like cryptids and stuff.
Yeah,
I firmly believe that like whatever these things are the same thing. We just put different names because it's like culturally, it's just morphed into like
how you're raised,
a different idea. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, we're just not as like religiously like dense of like a culture anymore. And like for some reason, like calling something like an alien or a UFO or something is more like scientific, but it's just
for now
something else. Yeah. Then once you go deep enough in that, then all of a sudden you're like, nah, it's demons.
It's just demons again.
There's demons everywhere.
So when I'm looking back at this to like do the research, I'm trying to figure out where the sources are. Most of the like key books on exorcism come from the Vatican circa like 1600s, early 1600s. These are collections of things from much older documents.
Yes.
But most of the stuff within these books from the 1600s hasn't really been changed too much up until now. There's been some things totally thrown out, which I had to try to go back and retrieve. But that's like where we're pulling some of this knowledge from. And I think instead of like just, I really am going to break down a little bit about just like what exorcism is and all that. But first, I kind of wanted to start a story out.
Yeah.
I think that's going to get us in there, okay?
Yeah.
It's April of 2012. The fluorescent lights of a Gary, Indiana hospital spill down onto the white tile. Doctors huddle around a young boy. His body is twisting, thrashing. His eyes roll back into his head. His voice turns guttural.
Yeah.
Alien. Nurses pin his arms, but he screams with the strength of a full-grown man.
Oh, no.
Then he starts walking backwards up a wall.
Yeah.
Hands pressed flat against the plaster, feet clinging where no feet should. A social worker and a nurse gasp, bolting out of the room. Well, eyewitnesses here.
Yeah.
In official reports, those witnesses admit they didn't know what they had just seen, but it was not natural.
Yeah, supernatural.
This is the story of 3860 Carolina Street, known today as the Demon House.
Yeah. I feel like Gary, Indiana itself is possessed by demons.
Yeah, that's what I found. That's why when I found this one, I was like, oh, nice. This one's definitely fucking fucked up.
So that's what's going on there, huh?
The Ammons house, Ammons, the Ammons house. The Ammons family moved into a small rental house in November of 2011. Latoya Ammons and her 3 children and her mother, Rosa Campbell, are all living there. It wasn't much, but it was theirs. You know, they have their little thing. You're in Gary. You're making the best of it. Almost immediately, things began to go wrong.
Yeah.
Clouds of black flies started swarming in the screened-in porch, buzzing against the fucking it's the winter. It's November. They're just buzzing against this coldness.
Yeah, Indiana is not like a warm place
it's
either.
It's the winter. It's cold as fuck. There's for some reason a bunch of flies out there. Rosa swatted at them, killing dozens, but the next day they were back, thick and alive.
Oh, terrible.
Inside, footsteps echoed from the basement. Doors creaked open in the night. Rosa once saw a shadowy figure pacing in the living room, long after everybody had gone to bed.
Yeah.
When she checked, no one was there, only a single boot print in the carpet.
One.
Jesus was picking up the other foot.
Yeah.
She claimed she felt invisible hands close around her throat, strangling until tears filled her eyes.
That's awful.
At this point, the children start changing.
Oh,
At first, it was small things. The kids were growing irritable, restless. It is the middle of winter, so you take that into account. You know, they might just be getting fucking restless and ornery in there. At that point, though, they started going just full-on violent. Their eyes would roll back, so you just have the whites coming through.
Oh, God.
They would growl, They would growl in voices that were not their own.
Yeah, that's not normal. I mean, once kids get violent and their eyes are rolling back, that's like, nah.
The youngest began speaking of death, saying things like, "It's time to die."
Oh.
He would actually be whispering that a lot. With his face kind of twisting. "It's time to die." It's time to die. Come to the video portion. Time to die. So you can see me and Dawson.
See him like a Lil Nicky. I'm
faces,
thinking, little like kid. It's time to die.
One night, Latoya's daughter levitated above her bed.
Oh.
You get full levitation at this point.
Yeah.
Friends sleeping over started screaming, shaking her body in the air. They're like, come down.
You gotta wake up.
Down.
You're floating in your sleep.
They were praying aloud until she slowly drifted back down. When she awoke, she had no memory of what happened. The oldest son was thrown across her room by an unseen force. But Rosa swore she saw something.
Yeah.
Shadowy figure, right? She saw it happen, though.
Yeah.
Regardless if she saw an actual entity, she saw something. She says she saw her grandson, or excuse me, her son fucking... No, this is Rosa, so that's the grandmother. She saw the grandson just
thrown.
Fly across the fucking room, dude.
It's terrible.
At this point, fear is taking hold.
Yeah.
You are feeling very unwelcome in your home.
You're very scared. You're probably pretty concerned you're
After
going to
the
die.
chick started levitating, I started getting pretty afraid.
Once my grandson got thrown across the room,
no.
I was a little scared. That's when I started getting spooked.
They called in their doctor, Jeffrey Onyekwu. Onyekwu. Geoffrey.
Dr. Jeffrey. Cool.
He watched as the youngest boy cursed and convulsed, eyes rolling back. He wrote it down as hallucinations and delusions.
Yeah.
But at the same time admitted he'd never actually seen behavior like that before in other hallucination patients that he had seen.
Yeah.
He warned them, he just said, like, y'all probably need to get some psychiatric help.
Yeah, you guys need to shrink.
You shrink.
That's going to help.
Yeah.
Keep kids from floating and flying around rooms.
That's when the children were brought to the hospital and things started escalating further. The youngest screaming, fucking thrashing, just barking and howling at the staff.
Mm-hmm.
Which, like, kids wouldn't do that. I mean, they get, like, crazy, but then they just, like, fall right asleep. And
well, kids usually, like, if they're, like, throwing a tantrum, they're, like, screaming and crying, and it's, like, coherent. It's not, like, scary.
it also gets, like, really high. You know, like children have very, like, high-pitched screams and whelps and things like that. When they're,
It's not, like...
So one of the children's voices
time to die.
shifted to this low, deep, unnatural tone. It's time to die.
Yeah, dude.
So, another spoke of shadowy figures moving through the house, right? So now the children are also seeing these shadow figures. The Department of Child Services at this point steps in. It's getting pretty serious. They go to the doctors. They see all this happening. They think,
this mom sucks.
This mom sucks.
We gotta get these kids from his mom.
They suspected the children were being abused at this point, right?
That's crazy. Just imagine seeing this happen to your kids and people are like, you gotta stop abusing your kids. It's like all right. All right, yeah.
I don't even know what to do here.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess that's what's happening, huh? I'm terrified of these things.
Yeah, the kids were removed from Latoya's custody for their safety. Which, that sucks so bad. You're right, Dawson. Like, yeah, imagine that just like, you're just
this
trying to be a good
unexplainable
mother.
stuff, and you're like, you guys, I need help.
Calling
Something's
for help.
wrong.
Everybody that you call for help is like...
So like, yeah, they're hallucinating. And someone's like, yeah, you're just a bad mom.
What the fuck? What do you want me to do here? That did not stop it. Taking the kids away did not stop it.
Now everyone at the orphanage is going to freak out too.
Enter Reverend Michael Magano.
Nice.
Reverend Michael.
Reverend Mike.
On April 22nd of 2012, this is now like 5 or 6 months after the initial stuff. Too long for any kid's ruse. You know what I mean? This is like, especially at these...
Like a kid is like, they'll hold up for like a week when they're throwing a tantrum.
Yeah.
Like that's like forever for them.
Like once you get past Christmas, they're
done. Yeah.
They're done, yeah. You know what I mean? If they were just like screaming about their toys and shit, it's like, nah, this is too. It's too long of a pattern.
Yeah, and like getting taken away from your mom is like you're probably gonna change too. If he doesn't change, it's like, well, hey guys, there's something like seriously wrong, like beyond wrong. You know what I mean?
So we have Reverend Michael visiting their home on April 22nd.
Mm-hmm.
There, he spoke with the children, the mother, and the grandmother, and he walked through the rooms that had this heavy, foul odor. The walls were stained with this oily substance that nobody could explain. It's just, what the fuck is that? It's what the walls are now oozing green slime.
That's what I was exactly thinking, and I was also thinking about the spontaneous human combustion.
Right, dude? That's what I was thinking of too. That yellowy like oil.
That would make sense if it's like human fat rendered.
That's the rendered human fat covering the walls. That's what.
But it could also.
But here, there was nobody was.
No one got burnt up.
Not on this plane of existence.
No,
anyway.
exactly.
But
it's
if a child's soul was burning for long enough, mayhap.
Might.
I don't know. I don't know.
Rendered child soul.
Residue.
Resin on the wall.
Yeah. Honestly, probably good for magic. Collect the shit out of that in a little vial.
That's powerful.
It's very powerful. In his report, he wrote that the house was under siege.
Yeah.
Good report. Good report, Reverend. He believed
that
there were demons inside.
Yeah.
Hundreds of them. Hundreds of them, though.
Yeah.
It's with a lot of these cases, it is like there's one demon per thing.
Yeah. This is like a horde.
This is the horde. Yeah, the legion is within this home. Reverend Michael performed 3 exorcisms on just Latoya, just the mother.
Oh, damn.
2 were in English and 1 was in Latin. Nice, just covering the bases.
Yeah.
It's like you might as well hit some older shit here because these guys seem old.
If I have a priest coming to do exorcisms, I want him to know Latin.
Yes.
Because when I start speaking Latin, I want him to like know what I'm saying, so he can relay that back to me.
He pressed a crucifix into her palm as she convulsed, hissed, and screamed.
Damn. So that's the mom.
Latoya, the mom.
Damn.
She had like some sort of. I don't think it was presenting itself as much.
Yeah.
But I think the Reverend probably saw it in her fucking demon eyes, and
there might have been like something else going on with her that she didn't even know, like in her sleep and stuff. You know?
She's probably the kids are all in bed before her. She's probably fucking floating all night. She probably hasn't laid on her bed in 6 months.
No, yeah.
She's just flying
dude.
for half her fucking life right now.
Stuff she probably doesn't like think anything of. She probably wakes up across the room, be like, "Oh, I probably like fell on my bed."
I imagine like the memory loss, because you don't, as it said, like you're coming out of this with no memory of it.
Yeah,
so you just like come to in your kitchen, and it's like, I guess I'm just in my kitchen. I don't know.
I guess I've been stressed lately.
Yeah, you're like, damn, like this stress.
I'm a single mom.
Stress is really getting to me.
Stressed.
It's like you're like burning people.
Probably, you're probably like standing over your kids at night with like a knife. Or something.
Dude. Right? Like, think of how fucking freaky
they're probably
that
so
is.
Close to just having like a whole murder fest in there.
Just like all of them fucking throat slit and shit. Well, it is like, that brings me back to like this like foul smell and the like this residue and stuff. If it was this thing that was just going on without anybody to help it for 6 full months, like how much downtime is there where people just, the kids, like, although they're coherent, like, I don't think that, like, who's going to tell anybody that this shit's happening if, like, the mother doesn't, you know? So it's like this stuff's going to go unrecognized for so long. And he has so many things that are just not ever written down. So many nights where, she is just flying over her children's fucking beds. Like,
just,
like literally just floating around the whole fucking house.
There wasn't, like, ring cameras or anything, security cameras all over their house, you know? Like, they don't, who the fuck knows what's going on?
There's probably like, like maybe she was getting up to some fucking diabolical shit when she was out of it, and like that's why the walls are covered in this shit. Or maybe maybe like the demons having her like burn specific things. Like there's like there has to be a reason that the house is smelling like fucking.
Well, it might be one of those things too, where if they're all possessed, their senses are probably like dulled in certain ways, so they probably don't notice how like filthy it's getting.
Yeah, definitely not.
And then like, So they don't even know it's there. They don't know it's happening. So when someone else comes in, they're like, "Yo, what the fuck?
The fuck is fucking the porch is all flies now."
Yeah, this is disgusting.
Get through this like a fucking hedge maze. You're like,
yeah. Shoveling flies out of your way.
Police Captain Charles Austin, initially a skeptic, visited the house and left shaken. He described hearing voices. He just came in for a sec. He's hearing voices immediately. He felt a heaviness pressing against his chest as well. Not just like on his shoulders, but like something like hitting you right here.
Yeah.
It's very odd. Yeah. His kind of halfway through his notes, they go from this like detached point of view where he like doesn't really care to just like he just seems extremely haunted about it all of a sudden.
Yeah.
You know, if it's powerful enough to where if you're going in there for like a little check-in, please check in.
Things are trying to like take you over immediately.
House smells bad. You don't.
It's like a hive, dude.
It's a fucking demon hive.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Right there in Gary,
Putrid.
Indiana. Yeah.
I mean, you just say that about Gary, Indiana.
So at this point, even the officers were saying shit like, maybe something unholy lives out on Carolina Street.
Yeah, dude.
Eventually, family moves.
Okay. Follows them probably, right?
Latoya and her children left Gary for Indianapolis. Once they were gone, the disturbances ended. But the story of the demon house did not fade. In 2014, we got Zak Bagans, paranormal mastermind.
Yeah.
Purchased the house. He bought it.
Damn, okay.
He filmed a documentary inside called Demon House, which I didn't watch it.
Heard of it.
But they all throughout that, and like, you know, now we're bringing in Zach, so whatever, they say a bunch of stuff. But the crew members were getting sick, and they were getting violent, and they were hearing fucking voices. Like immediately, everybody just is hearing, it's time to die. It's time to die. Yeah, but even he was like, this place, they demolished it in 2016. They just took the whole house down.
This place sucks.
Zach said it was too dangerous to remain standing.
Yeah. Seems like it.
Yeah. So.
Well, that's my thing when people like. When people like, when people dismiss like the like, I don't know, the possessions and stuff. When people are like, oh, they're like hallucinating or having a psychotic break or something. It's like, well, people that are doing that aren't like defying gravity in physics and like changing voices and speaking languages that no one understands. Like,
no, they're definitely
like it makes more sense that there's like demon possession is a real thing, and it does happen to people.
As hard as I try to like, or like as much as I research on this, and it's like as deep in the demonology bag as I sometimes get, like I would so struggle to like fucking roll my eyes back and just list a bunch of obscure demons fucking point blank. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Because I feel like I know like some of the big ones, but like, you know, we've all heard like different demon names and this and that, and like I've gone through like a good like list of them and just, you know, got into them for a little bit, but like to just like list off like obscure ones and just rattle them off without thinking, like,
and you know those names are hard to fucking say.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I've read them all. I don't know how to say them.
Just like the way that you have to move your mouth for some of them is like, I don't even think a fucking kid could do that. Like, you know, I mean, really, like to like enunciate these certain things. It's like you're not using that kind of Like,
and if it's something if they came across and like read about it or something, like to pronounce it right would be like hard.
When you're a kid, you lose interest in stuff after about a month, and you go to the next thing. So I just don't think that these three children were like all fucking super deep
like
into
more
demonology.
into it than anyone I've ever seen.
They never found anything in the house that was like a book on this.
No,
you know, it's not like
kids aren't just getting into that. No. Kids don't just get into that like that.
You find it. I mean, I was pretty young when I found it, but even then, it's like, I don't know.
It's pretty like,
and to take that to find the information and be like, I'm going to do this for the rest of my life.
I'm possessed now.
I'm going to get myself taken away from my mom and fucking demolish the house.
I'm possessed and it's not a phase kind of shit. Like, no.
No, what are we fucking talking about?
No, you're not going to be able to do that.
Yeah. Also, like, You get to this point where you start moving away from the place. Same thing happened with the Bigfoot stuff in in some of our Bigfoot episodes.
Yeah.
Where it's like these families will get just fucked with
Ruin
for months and
their
months.
lives.
It's like it's not a joke when you have to leave. You know what this mother of 3 like packing her grandma with her had.
You know how much of a pain in the ass buying a house is and moving with kids, and it's you and your mom
after 6 months of incredibly stressful time,
and then you move into a new spot, and immediately you start hearing voices, and your kids start acting fucked up.
It didn't change,
Then they get taken away. You got to fucking deal with that, trying to get them back, and then all this shit is still happening.
They're in Gary, which doesn't have a ton of money in it. This is a single mother with 3 kids. I don't think she had a bunch of extra fucking money to be like, let's move.
To buy a house in Gary, Indiana, is like, that's the only place you can buy a house.
Shout out to our Gary, Indiana listeners.
Yeah, you guys rock.
We love you. Let us know
get out of there immediately. Move immediately.
If you could get out of there, I suggest it.
So, I've never like been through Gary, but I've driven past it, and it's always like a dark cloud over there.
Yeah, I only rode through Gary one time.
It's like a dark little area.
Just saw like a lumber mill and a bar.
Yeah.
It's like, nice. These guys know exactly what they want.
Enough going on
to cut wood and drink beer.
That's all there is here.
If there was like a strip club, it's like, all right, they have the amenities at least.
That's all you need.
if your place is so full of demons, that's really all you can have.
Yeah,
it's like we need a place
something to make some kind of money, somewhere to drink the beer,
forget about the demons for a moment.
Yeah, and just a nice lusty bar.
Yeah, a nice lusty bar, just to like, because you don't want to bring anybody out to your house because it's probably full of demons.
No, yeah,
so probably hanging out by there.
Probably smells, and there's probably weird residue on the walls. Bunch of flies. Come over to my place.
If you're in Gary and this is what your house looks like, we
billion flies in my house.
Yeah.
My
Come
walls
to the Red
stink.
Temple. We'll keep you here for a while.
Yeah.
Tonight, 3860 Carolina Street is just an empty lot.
Yeah, it's probably
nothing was built over it. It's been.
You gotta wonder what like was under it, what it was built on. You know what I mean?
Old land, dude.
And if there's anything like before it got built, there's stories, or like before that family moved in and got it. Like if there's anything.
Just like what was
history?
there before Gary, kind of.
Who
honestly,
lived there? Who cursed that place?
That would have been good research.
Well, it must not. I mean, it probably would have came up.
It immediately will go back to like, yes, there was a lot of shit here. It was all bloody. Some of it was good. You know, like obviously you're kicking Native Americans out before the white men even got here. They're doing war.
There's always that. I know. Well, Gary's also like a pretty like violent place. Like it's like the murder capital.
Yeah, it is.
It was. I don't know if it is now, but
I think like per capita. I think because there's so few population.
It's such a small place, but so many people get killed.
Yeah. Maybe we'll just do a full Gary, Indiana episode and just explore all the bad shit.
That'd be a good true crime.
There's a reason that everybody sort of knows about this place and it's like nothing town. Yeah. But it's
it was supposed to be like the next like Detroit before Detroit fell apart, and then it kind of just stopped.
The branding of next Detroit.
It was gonna be the next Detroit, but then it crashed before it could ever become a Detroit.
And I love all my Detroit listeners as well, but that's not a super high bar.
No, you know what I'm talking about, guys.
Next Detroit
guys, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, was that Motor City or whatever?
Yeah, until they moved all the motors out.
Yeah.
Sucks.
Just city.
Those
so
bastards.
The ground lays silent as far as we know right now. You know, there's I'm sure that there is ancient blood soaked in those lands. That immediately will go back to like much.
I'm sure there's bones down there.
Yeah, dude, old fucking bones.
Bones down there.
Always some ancient graveyard that's just covered up.
Some sort of curse laid upon the land.
Well, we go back to the ghost episode that we did a few weeks ago, where it's the Black Hope Cemetery, where it's the same thing. Man. I mean, you're talking about even they erase fucking graves from only like 200 years ago fairly easily. No, from like 100 years ago fairly easily. It was like 1930 was the last time.
Well, it was like. Wasn't it like 40 years since the last person was like put in that graveyard?
It was in the last one was
cemetery?
like 32 or 38, and then it was happening in the early 80s, I think.
Yeah.
So that was like 46
like
years
50,
was like something like that. So like, and that was already completely out of everybody's fucking mind.
Yeah.
And then that
so imagine
whole,
like native, frontiersman stuff. Like, who knows?
Be gone. Wait, are you getting possessed right there? What was that?
No. No.
I'm so scared. I'm
I'm definitely not possessed. Definitely not possessed.
Right, but just we're looking at this, the Black Hope Cemetery, and it's like, yeah, you cover up a bunch of graves with houses, and then every single house becomes a haunted house.
Yeah. And then everyone's getting possessed because it's like a vessel.
That's likely how a lot of
fall asleep in a haunted house, and you're going to get possessed probably.
Mm. So that's the story.
Ugh.
Yeah,
so that's the thing. That's one story. There's like thousands of these kinds of stories.
There's too many.
There's so many. This shit happens all there's like priests that do exorcisms and they do like 100 a year. Like they're just doing these. They travel around doing these exorcisms, and it's like these guys have crazy stories. Because you said like the kid was walking on the wall.
Yeah.
There's like somewhere they climb, like crawl Spider-Man style, like up on the ceiling and shit. Their like head spins around.
Looking at like the movie The Exorcist. Obviously some of that's dramatized, but it's pulled from some sources, like people just spewing up fucking vomit and shit and twisting all crazy.
There's like real recordings of like the exorcism of like Emily Rose or whatever.
Yeah.
There's like real audio from that, and it's like it sounds like that. Like it's like, what the fuck is that voice?
Also, when they did the Exorcist movie, they used the name of a real demon. They were talking about Pazuzu, who's this old Mesopotamian demon.
Yeah.
So then it's like you put that out into the...
And then we got Labubu's, which is like that.
Yeah, I was
like that
trying to keep my hands out of the Labubu area of this, but you're right. There's a major,
Pazuzu, I'm like,
major conspiracy going around about how Labubus are all cursed. Sitting in a room with
it's like
got about 20 in front of us. My wife is a maniac. So
she likes them a lot.
She's definitely possessed by these things at this point.
Man. Well, it's like it's got itself, because it's not the only one either. There's a lot of like other like mainstream like things that are like resemble demons in a certain way. Like
it all
can't think of anything right now, but
well, like I mean, maybe this is a little off topic, but it's like how emojis.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about? How
like demon sigils.
When you overlay the Solomon's demon sigils over them, and some of them are like so fucking exact, and like the demon represents like what that emoji basically means, and it's like so when you're using it, you're kind of still bringing these things out. And the society's running on demons right now.
Well, even like Pepe the Frog is like based off of this like frog like entity.
One of the demons.
Yeah. It's like
No, we're really just running on like demon energy.
Yeah, I mean, you look at like what like a computer chip, sound like a boomer, but like you know what I mean, like those like chips,
and circuit boards,
and like circuit boards, like those are also laid out and they look just like demon sigils. Mm-hmm. It's like, well,
Yeah, no, we really, and it's been kind of injected into our society for the past
even like Oreos, like our Hasbro.
Well, Nabisco's logo is essentially just the Leviathan mark, the mark of Leviathan, but where like a part of it goes, they just put their brand name, like the small part at the bottom that's like the infinity sign. It just says it's a circle. It just says Nabisco in it.
Yeah,
making them infinity, I guess.
Nabisco Infinity.
But it's like this really has been just injected into all parts of society, for good and bad. I mean, I think maybe there's some solid roots on this stuff where it's like you're just trying to use this magic, then immediately companies will get it, and we get these like secret fucking wizards coming in and being like, you do this or that, and we'll hook it up, and like it'll get running smooth. At least
you get this will get like the currents running in the right direction to like create this like larger system. I swear that's like what the economy is based off of, is like people going in and out of work. Because if you look at like city grids, those are also almost like the same thing as like the circuit boards of like, you know what I mean, like a computer. So it's like it's almost like these like currents of like energy, which is us commuting and driving around in like these certain ways in certain directions. It's like creating this like other force that like overlays over everything. Yeah.
Now you're getting it piped in from Google Maps, telling you exactly where.
Yeah. It's like actually go this way instead. It's like
you're just directing energy flows.
That's where. Yeah, that's what like stoplights and because you ever like stop at a red light and there's no one around you and you're like, why did I stop here?
It's just to collect your fucking energy.
To fucking
it's
like
the energy vortex.
Block the charge for a second, let it charge up.
Well, like this.
You know what I'm saying, dude?
Yeah.
You like where I'm going with this?
Yeah.
'Cause this-
Well, that's the
I think about it all the time.
It's all
like,
just built into it.
Yeah. And that's like, you go into like that like micro and macro, and it's like,
It's on
it
every
kind of gives
scale,
you that like simulation feeling of like,
every level. It's running in demon sims right now.
Yeah. Basically, right? We call them demons, but maybe that's just not necessarily what it is.
Well,
Maybe
that's
it's just something other.
As I was saying, like when you peel the wording back,
Mm-hmm.
like the symbology behind it, it's just you're dealing with specific energies.
Yeah.
It's also again like I like some demons. Demons aren't all bad. Like it's not.
No.
They're not like good or bad. They just all have very specific intentions that you can either align with for a short time, or they'll fucking take your life and run with it because it's like now you're gonna do such a macro version, right, of what you were trying to get
because
done.
they are just like more powerful than we are,
Mm.
but we have like tools and ways to like get stuff from them. But like they will as soon as they can. It's like putting your hand in like a tiger cage, you know? It's like you might be able to pet it for a sec, but like when it has a chance, it's gonna fucking bite your hand off.
Yeah, you create like a pact
You know
with
what I
these
mean?
things for just a little while. Go back and listen to our demonology episodes last
It's
Christmas.
similar to like
maybe.
I think of it like genies, you know what I mean? Like where you like get 3 wishes and you make these wishes, but it's like if you don't word it just right or like have the right intention behind it, it's like
It's a monkey paw, dude.
you're gonna get kind of like not what you wish. You know, you
just
gotta be
not
careful
gonna-
what you wish for.
Everybody
you know what I
around
mean?
you fucking dies.
Yeah, like or like
not even that, but just like yeah.
yeah. I wish I had
little more
a bunch of
nuanced.
money, and then it's like, well, if you're not super specific, it's like, well,
Now
you might get a bunch of money and then immediately lose it all.
Car crash, great insurance on that guy, so you get a huge payout. Also, you're paraplegic.
Yeah. Now you can't walk,
No, you can't.
and your family died in the car crash.
Did you hear a demon right there?
Yeah, I heard that, dude. What the? Be gone!
Yeah.
Power of Christ compels you.
This holy water.
Power of Christ
I'm
compels
just
you.
gonna douse us real quick, douse.
Yeah, hit me with that. I feel like I need that.
I'm getting scared, dude.
Yeah, I'm getting really scared. Ah, thank you. Ah, thank you.
3 of them. There you go.
Thank you,
Did
Christ.
you hit me?
Yeah. Power of Christ. Power of Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
Thank you. Oh,
Jesus
I was
Christ.
a little worried about this episode and how that would go.
Yeah. Well,
And we are gonna do some more. I have some like. We'll just keep on going into it here, but I was like, in the most joking way, I was like, I hope nothing comes out of me. But also, like, in this more serious way, I'm like, oh, fuck, I feel like I've fucked with some weird shit in the past, and also, like, recently,
yeah.
I don't know, there was an eclipse yesterday / a new moon.
Yeah.
And I definitely...
There's also the equinox.
Yes, today?
It was like last night into today.
Last night into today.
So it's like 21st to the 22nd, right? Like
Yeah,
21st is
that's
like
what
the
it is.
day, but it's like
So there's a lot of energy going on. This will come out at least a week after that, so if you're listening... Right now, it's not the equinox if you're listening right now.
Yeah.
But in the past, it was.
yeah. It was when we recorded it.
I guess to just go off track a little bit and talk about my magical uses lately, just because why not? I did. Been getting into a little bit of blood magic. It's mostly for good. I'm not doing any curses though. I did find some good ones. I didn't. I did not read them aloud though, but maybe I'll read like a part of one a little bit later, just because it's crazy.
Yeah.
But I did. I've been working a lot with sigils as I always do, and I decided that with the new moon and all these other energies moving around, like the equinox, as you go into fall, it's a lot of like reaping what you sowed and pulling out and like pulling the last of your energy from the year, so that you can use it for the rest of the year and build that. So I didn't make one for you, but I made like 6 sigils.
Nice.
And I gave them to the specific people that just around the community that I felt might be able to use them.
Nice.
Each of those was dabbed with a bit of my blood. Each had a little bit of my hair in it.
There you go.
I was with one of the people as I gave. Cause one of them I gave to like the guy like a week ago because I was kind of building it up to this, and I was like, on the new moon, let's burn this. So last night we did go out and burn that with everything.
Nice.
Felt good to just like do some cleanish magic, right? But I decided that like I've been having I think maybe some of this I'm in a little bit of maybe a rut. I don't know. I'm in a weird little headspace, and I think maybe it might just be like an overflow of like just like energies in me. So I'm trying to like pour that into others, but like without giving them any of the shit parts.
Yeah.
And so that was me. That was like with this like gathering the energy and then like releasing it to others. And honestly, after I gave out the last of the 6, I guess like seals, basically, I felt extremely lethargic, dude. It was almost immediate and like utterly apparent. And I
sap your energy a little bit.
Dude. And I was like, maybe this must just be like circumstantial. Like, I don't know. I mean, I didn't work that day. I was just chilling most of the day.
Yeah.
Feeling pretty good. Then all of a sudden,
that stuff will fucking drain you, man.
Yeah, it will. And it was like a positive. Like
sometimes you need it though.
That's what I was looking for. Was like I just need to like
pent up
release this stuff.
If you're pent up, you like being lethargic's like a relief.
So that's what I've been doing with the magic lately. I guess contact me if you want any help with what I've given you, or tell me how it's going.
It's going terribly.
It should all be going good. I see most people at least like within a week's time, so I'll be able to kind of observe now.
Yeah,
so it's kind of fun for me. I get to just see how they're doing. But that does, you're getting pretty close to demon stuff with the sigils. I work a lot of different like not older magics. These things are old as can be, but I work a lot of different types of magic into each sigil. So there's a lot of like grounding and binding applications that are hopefully keeping everybody nice and safe.
Yeah,
that's what I've been doing with my shit. Hopefully nobody gets fucking.
I feel like last week I got kind of cursed. I got weird like sickness.
Yeah, you did.
Leading up until like yesterday and today. I feel better now, but I think I don't know. It was crazy. Felt nuts. It felt like a purely like my body just hurt. I didn't feel like I had the flu, but it was like I was like achy and tired and having like shakes, and I'm like, I feel like I'm being attacked by something right now.
Something's getting at me.
Yeah, I did some protection.
Good.
Warding.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
I laid low too. I laid super low on my days off. I'm like hunkered down.
Just like working with these like energies in a way that right, and like after you're done with it, you release it. Like you need to unbind yourself to these forces like as soon as you can, because once you're done with that specific goal, like if you are not oriented with them, especially if you're not both if you and like this demon or energy or jinn or whatever are not working towards like pretty much the exact same goal for that time you're in it, and you start to diverge, then the thing that's stronger than you is going to take over and do what it wants. That's like you're not going to have a ton of say in it. You might still think you're in control, and that's just your mind. That's just them taking your fucking mind, right? So
then you go into madness.
And you go into madness.
But personally, I've been doing that, but with just Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I know you've been on a good Jesus kick. It's good,
been great, dude. Because then you don't have to like unbind. You're like, take the wheel.
Hey, stay tethered.
Hey, Jesus, take the wheel.
Jesus, take the wheel.
I'm just riding past.
I'm certainly like tethered to a few like higher plane sources at all times. Got my Loki hookup at all times. A couple of them's are just good for me. I love having a Tiamat hookup, although that one is rather dangerous as well. But that's more of just people are, there's a lot of different things that you could say about Tiamat. It's an old thing. Right? It's got a lot of knowledge and wisdom you can take from it.
Yeah.
That's basically what I've been doing. Nice little sidebar there. What was so you mentioned jinn and how there's like these similarities, and that again just points to this like overarching energy or like magic structure that the earth just has, or like not even just the earth, but I guess the universe or the fucking multi-planar.
There's like these things.
There's these things, and they're all old as fuck. It seems like, I don't know.
They've been around forever.
You look at jinn, like it says that the jinn were just one of 6 previous races before the jinn, hin, the bin. Those aren't even made up. There's like 6 of them though. Right, and then you get to humans, and humans are made from like clay and like earth magic kind of stuff, like this fully Gaia force.
Well, that's where you get like the like fallen angels and stuff, because there's like God's creations before like us were like these angels, and then he makes us. This is like in Christianity, I guess, but it's like we're made by God in like the image of God, and God's like, I love these things so much. And the angels are like, yo, what the fuck? We're like way more badass than them.
They got wings.
We can do way more cool shit. And then there's like that like envy and like jealousy or whatever, and then
you get a third of them descending.
Yeah, they kind of like got, gave like knowledge and certain stuff to like humans. And God's like, fuck all y'all.
Yeah.
Fuck all y'all. Go fucking sit on earth like a dumbass.
And that's just like angels, right? It's like, was there the like, talking like fairies,
but there's like
older
things before that too. That
Elementals.
like I'm sure there was like it wasn't just like the first run. Sure, there's like older
these
ones.
primordial things, and then you look back even more, and it's like, did God make those? Is it something older than God?
Yeah,
is God
yeah.
just this fucking demiurge
Is
force
this-
that's
is this,
taking
like-
over? That's
We get into like the
definitely a
old
different-
gods too, because it's like, okay, we have this universe and like dimension that like came from like the Big Bang. God made this or whatever, and then it's like, okay, if God made this, then there's has to be something else also.
Yeah,
that means there's like infinite others, and they might be able to weave in and out because there might be other ones that have these like
just sitting
this
outside.
knowledge and power of like, let's reach these other ones and rip through them, and like gain some, like go harvest out of those ones.
So it's like, yeah, right. You're
Like
just
going like in
harvesting-
mining, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
and like
and that wouldn't even like you'd call them demons, but
resources,
again, that's just
but
like
it's
an
like-
old energy that would be
that's like the
put under
Cthulhu kind of stuff where it's like these like beyond
fucking
comprehension
edge of the universe creatures.
Yeah, these
just,
things
like,
that are like, what the hell?
peering in, right?
Yeah.
And those would just go under the demon banner, like in this day and age, right? But
Yeah,
it's-
most people would just be like, that's a demon or that's an alien, basically.
But yeah, humans made out of mud. That's
Yeah,
your earth magic. That's your
we're-
Gaia
yeah.
magic. That's like where that fucking magical overlay seems to come
Yeah,
in
yeah.
clutch for us because we're so connected to this shit, like all the ley lines and everything.
Yep.
And then the jinn are spirits of fire, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And there's other things
And
too.
there's
Yeah.
like the water, earth, or not water. There's the water, wind, fire. There's like other one. There's like tree.
Well, that's like now you're talking about like Chinese stuff. There's like
Yeah,
some
yeah.
like Taoist stuff where they have the wood element.
There's like
Right, it's
yeah,
like
the elements. It's like all these different like elements that have like these like ancient elemental like spirits.
But that is to say, there's just a holy fuck ton of sources out there of energy.
Yeah,
That-
and it goes all the way back around to like full circle of like everything has like a vibration and an energy to it. Everything has some sort of like conscious like
Some kind of
level to it.
extra cosmic energy. That we're all kind
which
of
always
pulling
brings me
from.
back to like the plasma clouds, the conscious plasma clouds around the earth, and how it's all the souls are plasmic.
Yeah, and those and
Gets
these
me back
higher
to
forces
that.
might be able to just like tap into that in some way, right?
Yeah, yeah, and that's like, and maybe they like are dormant right now, but there's like there might be this like electric like energy because everything's like vibrating. It's like, okay, well, there's like energy to that. Then there has to be but there's I don't know. I think there's probably like some sort of like memory or like consciousness to that in some level.
Yeah,
I
there's
think
like
rocks
a,
are like holding some sort of memory.
there's like a universal memory, right? We're all
Yeah,
just like
yeah.
you look at how the greater universe just looks like the neurons in a brain. It's like that's all remembering stuff. That's all.
Yeah,
that's all.
yeah. It's just on different levels that we maybe don't comprehend. And like,
Yeah.
'cause if you think of like a lifetime of a tree, like we're like zooming around. They can't remember each little movement we make, but we can like watch a tree slowly grow. It's like that on like so many different levels where it's like
Micro, macro.
there's
all
things
this.
even slower than trees, like watching rocks move and form and crystals form inside of a cavern.
Nice, dude. Good pull.
Yeah,
Good pull.
and like geodes and shit.
Because you said slower than trees, and I immediately just started thinking like a turtle.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like that seems maybe faster still.
Turtles might be faster than trees.
No, you're
Well,
right.
you know what I mean? Like,
these
yeah.
different, and these, they're made out of different elements, have these different compositions, all
Yeah,
ring
yeah.
in different frequencies, and all have these
There's like
specific
whole,
energies.
whole
We're all
different like
kinda
spirits and like
Made
gods
of the
behind
same
them.
stuff, though, you know. So it's
Yeah,
just how it's
exactly.
being used. Also, then you fold into the fact that we're like hurtling through the universe into different like cosmic clouds.
Yes,
you know. For a
exactly.
while there, I was kind of positing things about like us being in like a basically like a poison fucking cloud for a while there.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you look at some.
Which I think there's like these like plasmic clouds we roll through.
Yeah.
That's where we get some of these like electromagnetic like storms. And I think there's like consciousness in that.
Yes, dude.
And that's where like certain like waves of like, okay, now there's like the industrial revolution because everyone's like firing on a whole different consciousness. It's like, oh, now we have cars. Oh, now we have planes. Now we're going to space.
Dude, that's what.
Now we have cell phones. Like,
It's
we hit these different pockets, and then there's like kind of like it like putters out, and then we kind of stagnate.
it's kind of new agey, but that's the whole thing. Like, yeah, where as the universe is expanding and we're rolling through these different like cosmic energy fields, there is like, okay, now it's like gonna be there's they call it the 5G energy cloud that we are like entering into. That's supposed to create like the new age, which is like an enlightening, like the like consciousness being risen again. Yeah. So it's like as we pass through these clouds that we have yet to meet with in our universe, like that will, this plasmic force of them.
And I think that's like where thoughts come from, this like plasmic electricity that we can't like measure or perceive, but it like hits our plasmic brain souls. And that fucking that's where we get at. Like when you have like an idea that comes to you out of nowhere, I think it's like that. It's like this like zap of like shing.
You think we're gonna get some new demons as we enter this next cloud?
Probably, dude.
Right?
Probably things we've never fucking.
You know what I mean? I think it's like talking about all this old shit, and I guess it would still be old. It would just be from a different part of the universe, but it's like new to us, you know. And if we get some new shit
coming like a new way.
I don't know. The timeline I was seeing was like between 2030 and 2050. We're all supposed to get enlightened as hell.
Yeah, I hope that'd be sick.
Yeah, what that means individually is anyone's guess, but
because I think the Great Deception is going to be around like 2027. That's like the blue beam alien invasion, and then by like 2030, it's like the real shit's going to hit. And we're like, oh,
I mean, we can hope, right? We can hope.
I think it's gonna be cool. Whatever happens, it's gonna be interesting. The very least.
There are several exorcisms in the rites of children and in the rites of Christian initiation of adults. The catechumen is prayed over with a prayer of exorcism. It is a part of the rite of baptism of children. Okay, that's one other thing. Putting baptism on, because it's like the demons will take your soul if you don't have like this protection over you.
Yeah, you gotta be cleansed.
Yeah, which is like, damn, that's kind of scary. Like, there's just these forces will just get you if you're not already pre-bound to something else. Like, you need to attach yourself to a higher force, or something that would want to make you think is a higher force. If we're talking about Yahweh actually being the demiurge and like holding all of us in a reality that is outside.
Well, that's the thing is, even in the Bible, it's like they tell you is like demons can come to you as like an angel of light. So how the
hell do you know? What is that?
That's so scary, dude.
These
angels coming to like hang out with me, and it's like, well, maybe it's just a demon here to ruin your fucking life.
And how could you even tell the difference?
You wouldn't fucking know because we're fucking dumbasses.
Like maybe your life would be shit for 5 years after, then it goes really good. So maybe it was an angel the whole time, but maybe it's like, but then it's angels and demons are actually the same thing, and they just all have specific goals. Maybe the angels are a little easier to align with on specific goals, but probably not even. I mean, they're all still scary as fucking hell.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like I don't know. Seems like they're all serving some sort of purpose.
These exorcisms remind us of the church's awareness of the presence of power of the evil one in the Christian life is a spiritual struggle from its very inception. The church is engaged in the task of assisting the sanctification of its members. The spiritual struggle that is the lot of every Christian needs to engage specific prayers and rituals that support the task of spiritual warfare. The threefold profession of faith is preceded by a threefold rejection of Satan. Do you reject Satan and all of his work and all of his empty promises? You're supposed to say that 3 times. That's why we just did the holy water 3 times. Those 3s are important. And when I end a lot of my spells, I'll do a 3 knocks with my left and then 3 stamps with my feet and my left foot as well. Just like something to lock it in a little bit. You know, those noises, that vibration really helps.
Well, I know I've heard like when you clap in 3s, it like does something for your like heart and circulation.
That's bizarre,
right? It's a random thing.
It's bizarre, but no,
it's really good. It's good for your heart. You gotta like do that like 5 times.
We have these prayers, just like, do you reject Satan stuff? Yeah. These are what we call minor exorcisms. Minor exorcisms can be a standard part of the ministry of priests in assisting people in spiritual struggle. This tradition was reflected in the practice of previous times when each candidate for the priesthood received the minor order of exorcists. In the old rite, the bishop addressed the candidates in these words. You receive, therefore, the power to lay your hands upon the possessed, and by the imposition of your hands, the grace of the Holy Spirit and the words of the exorcism, the unclean spirit shall be cast out from the bodies of the possessed.
Mm-hmm.
That's how the fucking bishop would like ordain you for your minor exorcism stuff. Spiritual authority was given to these candidates to act in the name of the church. Holy Lord, Father Almighty, eternal God, vouchsafe to bless these thy servants for their office of exorcist. May they have power and authority by the imposition of their hands in the word of prayer to restrain the unclean spirits and and be the approved physicians of the church, of thy church, endowed with the power of healing and heavenly strength. The older manuals certainly supported this approach. So that's like your minor exorcism stuff where you're doing these more, laying of hands, and it's like, are you Satan?
Yeah.
Do you like Satan?
You don't like Satan? Say it.
Let's see. Do I have stuff for the old ones? Well, at that point, and then, okay, let's talk about the rite of exorcism. The rite of exorcism gives explicit explanation as to the conditions under which it can be exercised. The introduction to the rite states, the power to minister exorcism to those possessed is granted by special and express permission of the local ordinary. So it is hard. You need to get permission from higher source. There's gatekeeping within this, right?
Yeah.
Permission must be granted only to a priest possessing devotion, knowledge, and prudence and integrity of life who has undergone specific preparation for this function.
It's not it's like a specialist. You can have a doctor, but you need a surgeon, a heart surgeon to do heart surgery.
Yeah, you need to be.
You need a exorcism priest to do an exorcism. Because any old priest is gonna just
Yeah, you need specific.
They might be already possessed.
They're already possessed. Yeah, you need specific preparation for this function.
Yeah.
Right? The rite is a sober document and very fucking heavy doc. They're not fucking. They're not just putting any flair. Document and urges the exorcist to exercise necessary and extreme circumspection and prudence. The priest must not be too ready to decide that the person is a victim of demonic possession. The exorcist is urged to use every means to investigate accurately whether the victim's claims to be tormented by the demon is really true. So I think that's also why sometimes it takes a while to get help with exorcisms. Is because if you are able to put this through to the Vatican and other churches, to find the right guy for the right job. To have some and to actually study this thing
and to for them to take your case and be let's go see what's going on. To get enough to be we need an exorcism. It takes a bit. You just don't want to be doing that on anything.
So here's the thing: is that the exorcism process is a 21-part process.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go into all of them in detail, but I would like to lay some of it out. This is just preliminary instructions.
Yeah.
A priest, one who is expressly and specially wise, particularly authorized by the ordinary, when he intends to perform an exorcism over persons tormented by the devil, must be properly distinguished for his piety, prudence, and integrity of life. Right? We kind of went over that. Even before it starts, it's do we have a guy for this?
Yeah. Is he good?
You're right. It can't just be a random. You can't just go to any fucking church and be do this. They might try, but you're right, Dawes. Maybe that guy's already fucking too deep in it. It's already been possessed.
Yeah, man. I imagine there's some. We all know there's evil priests out there.
Yeah, we do. Next, he should resort to a great deal more study of the matter, which has to be passed over here for the sake of brevity, by examining approved authorities and cases from the experience. This is from the Vatican's website. That's why.
Nice.
On the other hand, let him carefully observe the few more important points enumerated here. 3. Especially, he should not believe too readily that a person is possessed by an evil spirit, as we kind of brought into, right? The fact, divulging. Okay, yeah. Let me just read through this. Actually, he should not believe too readily that a person is possessed by an evil spirit, but he ought to ascertain the signs by which a person possessed can be distinguished from one who is suffering from melancholy or other illness, specifically one of psychological nature. Signs of possession are, maybe, the following. The Vatican saying maybe is funny. Ability to speak with some faculty in a strange tongue or to understand it when spoken by another. The faculty of divulging future and hidden events. Displays of power which are beyond the subject's age and natural condition, and various other indications which, when taken together as a whole, build up the evidence. 4. In order to understand these matters better, let him inquire of the person possessed. Only at this point are they even going face to face, right?
Yeah,
I mean, really. Following upon one of the other acts of exorcism, what the latter experienced in his body or soul while the exorcism was being performed, and to learn also what particular words in the form had a more intimidating effect upon the devil. So right, they're saying like which words, which languages, which like specific rites, like how old of rites do you need for this specific demon, right?
Yeah.
So that hereafter these words may be employed with greater stress and frequency, right? So they're like, let's lock in on this stuff.
They have to do like legit research on this thing and like interrogation basically.
If it's a demon, you got to like know what languages things mean. 5. He will be on his guard against the arts of subterfuge, which the evil spirits are wont to use in deceiving the exorcist. For oftentimes they give deceptive answers and make it difficult to understand them, so that the exorcist might tire and give up, or so that it might appear that the afflicted one is no longer possessed by the devil. Right, so the demon might just be like, "Oh, we're good."
Guys, I'm back.
Yeah. That's just the demon talking. 6. Once in a while, after they are already recognized, they conceal themselves and leave the body practically free from every molestation, so that the victim believes himself completely delivered. Yet the exorcist may not desist until he sees the signs of deliverance. Right, so now he's like stepping back. He's not like inquiring anymore. He's just watching again.
Yeah.
So they do this preliminary run, and then they step back to see if you were like, if it came, right, it's like,
is it faking?
Is it faking?
Just hiding for now?
7. At times, moreover, the evil spirits place whatever obstacles they can in the way, so that the patient may not submit to exorcism or try to convince him the affliction is a natural one. Meanwhile, during the exorcism, they cause him to fall asleep and dangle some illusions before him, while they seclude themselves so that the afflicted one appears to be freed. Again, you kind of have to work behind the scenes so the demons don't see you doing it. Right? 8. Some reveal a crime which has been committed and the perpetrators thereof, as well as the means of putting an end to it. Yet the afflicted person must beware of having recourse of this account to sorcerers or necromancers, or to any parties except the ministries of the church, or of making use of any superstition, nay, any sort of forbidden practice. I like the church just calling out like necromancers and sorcerers as real, but you don't want to contact them.
Yeah, that's not who you want to do with. You get some cemetery shit going on.
But they're real.
Oh yeah. Well, that's the thing too. Is like that's why like these like priests that do exorcism, they like come in. They're like no nonsense. You know what I mean? They're not like sitting in like a normal priest, like being like welcoming and family. They're like they come in. They're like, let me just see what's going on.
Yeah.
And they're like, what are you gonna do? What are you doing? They're like,
telling you
I'm not gonna talk to you.
You got a normal priest to go to if you want to talk about this.
They'll like come in, get their info, do like some prayers, and then like leave.
Oh, they're there for war, dude.
Yeah, they like come. You know, they come back when they need to.
They're about to do demon warfare.
Yeah, they like got to collect some data. Go, consult with like God, and be like, all right, I got to go back now. Battling, dude.
Yeah, at this point, it says about how the devil will leave the possessed person in peace. Sometimes the devil will leave the possessed person in peace and even allow him to receive the Holy Eucharist to make it appear that he has departed. Right. Again, it's a lot of these like doubling back stuff.
Yeah, they'll just hide for a sec. So that one fateful night, come out.
We're going to skip a couple, go to 11. If it can be done conveniently, the possessed person should be led to a church or some other sacred or worthy place where the exorcism will be held. You see in movies a lot, it's like in a house. If you can get them to an actual place of worship or like a sacred site, a worthy place.
Because there's like churches that are like in strip malls. Probably don't want to go to that one. You're going to want to go to one that's got like a big organ, big pipe organ on the wall.
Good stained
glass, like a tabernacle, like nice fucking altar.
At this point, if the person that is possessed is like still physically healthy enough, you can like catch them when they're like hopefully just themselves, just straight up like talking to them about fucking God, giving them the Holy Communion and all that at the discretion of the priest is important, right? 13. He ought to have a crucifix at hand or somewhere in sight. If relics of the saints are available, nice. Yeah. They are to be applied in a reverent way to the breast or the head of the person possessed. The relics must be properly and securely encased and covered. Interesting. We know about how like the transference of energies works. So that'd be maybe you'd fucking curse a blessed item and just create a fucking diabolical fucking.
Yeah. Or I was also thinking like if you have like direct contact, it might just like kill the person that's possessed. You know what I mean?
That's
like
true.
it might just like hurt the demons so bad that it like hurts them.
The saint just shining through way too hard. Yeah, that's interesting. You gotta keep some holy items on you if you can. However, one should not hold the Holy Eucharist over the head of the person, nor in any way apply it to his body, owing to the dangers of desecration. Right? So they're saying, if they touch some of this shit directly on you, you might just burst into fucking flames, dude. Which is...
You don't want that.
Must have happened a few times for it to be here.
Yeah. It definitely has happened. Someone fucked up once. like we don't do that anymore.
I'm gonna skip down to 18 here. I'm just picking some random ones here. I don't need to
pick
read all
some
of
cool
them.
ones.
The exorcist should guard against giving or recommending any medicine to the patient, but should leave the care to the physicians. Nice. That was a cool one. I'm glad I pulled that really cool
That's
one.
a really good one. Let the doctors take care.
19. While performing the exorcism over a woman, he ought to always have assisting him several women of good repute, who will hold onto the person when she is harassed by the evil spirit. These assistants ought, if possible, to be close relatives of the subject, and for the sake of decency, the exorcist will avoid saying or doing anything which might prove an occasion of evil thoughts to himself or to others. Basically, it's saying like this fucking chick might be so possessed she might try to like say some sexy ass shit.
Yeah.
Use that fucking silver tongue and fucking devil bang you.
Well, that's the thing is like you need like women present for like witnesses. Like no matter what, you need like a witness to be there. But like you like it has to be women if you're like exercising another woman. You need like at least another woman, preferably like in their family.
Yeah. So like just to keep an eye out on the whole
just to
thing.
like have that like
because you're dealing with these like men of the cloth who presumably have taken a vow of celibacy.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know. You get all the way to step 19 and then she starts saying fucking sexy shit at you. Yeah. Like, oh, you're cured.
Actually, I think she's good. Guys, you gotta get out of here. She's good.
The minute you take your pants off, your dick fucking explodes.
Yeah,
it's no good, right?
You're immediately possessed. Well, that offspring.
That offspring. Oh, yeah. You do not want to.
You know what I mean?
That's what it really is, Os. You don't want to impregnate this demon.
No.
You just don't want to do that.
Wants your seed.
Yeah. Oh, they want your seed so bad, dude.
Oh my god.
During the exorcism,
hot over here. Thinking about
I know, dude. I'm fucking.
Think about demons trying to get my seed.
Damn it, dude.
Shit, bro.
I'm not gonna make it past 19 here. During the exorcism, he shall preferably employ words from Holy Writ rather than forms of his own or someone else's. So he wants things uttered straight from God or like places where you can find that, right? He shall moreover command the devil to tell whether he is detained in that body by necromancy, by evil signs or amulets, and if the one possessed has taken the latter by mouth, he should be made to vomit them. The exorcist always being conscious of the potential requirement this be done by a competent physician. Right, again, but it's like you need to make the thing throw it up. It might be like something you're like expelling it from the body, right?
Yes.
So it's like that's where the throwing up comes from. Also, it's talking about like amulets and shit, dude. Like they know about fucking magic.
They're doing magic.
About magic, dude.
This is magic.
Crazy, dude.
This is a form of magic.
You have to ask the person that's being exorcised if this was done to them by necromancy or by evil signs or amulets, dude. What the fuck?
Yeah.
If he has them concealed on his person, he should expose them, and when discovered, they must be burned. Moreover, the person should be exhorted to reveal all his temptations to the exorcist. 21. Finally, after the possessed one has been freed, let him be admonished to guard himself carefully against falling into sin, so as to afford no opportunity for the evil spirits to return, lest the last state of that man become worse than the former.
Yeah. Because you get cured, but if you fall again,
you'll
be like
you're already
worse.
Queued up. Yeah. That's what I got for you, Doss. I mean,
nice.
There's a lot more writing in there. There's a lot of stuff in this book I didn't read. We'll come back to it.
Well, yeah.
We'll come back to it.
There's thousands of years of exorcisms.
It's so much. That like 1 through 21 was from a book from like 1604 from the Vatican, right? Like sourced. And like some newer versions take some of that shit out. Yeah. But I think it's all important to have.
Well, there's also like stories of like Jesus rebuking demons from people's bodies and shit, and it's like there's so many different like Jesus obviously can just be like, I rebuke you, leave this person, and that's all. But like, if you're just a normal
Jesus and the
everyday
unclean
Joe.
spirits. This is chapter 3.
Yeah.
Nothing is more certain about the ministry of Jesus than the fact that he performed exorcisms.
Yes.
That's a good line to pull up.
People forget about that, dude.
Wherever we take sounding in the synoptic tradition, Mark, the so-called Q source, Matthew, and Luke, we find narratives and controversy centering on Jesus' ability to cure those who were demon-possessed. Only the Gospel of John lacks this kind of material. And even here, the controversies are at least echoed in the charge that Jesus himself is demon-possessed.
Yes. Dude, and well, that's the thing. He's curing people of like mental illness, basically.
Dude, I got some of them right here.
Because he was saying like that's a form of demon possession. I used to think that was like kind of a little. I was like, they just didn't know anything better back then. But I'm starting to believe that more and more that's just what like mental illness.
We
is
talk
just
about some of these
demon possession.
illnesses, some types of like autism, and just like children in general. You kind of get tapped into these higher sources, which
yes.
I
say that all the time about like schizophrenia too. Like they're seeing things, they're talking to people, and it's like if you think of it as like they're possessed by demons, it's like or even people that are like addicted to like certain drugs and stuff, they're like possessed by whatever demon is like what that drug represents.
Taking that
you know
form
what I
of
mean? Yeah.
The primary source of descriptions of actual exorcisms in the Gospel of Mark here. The Markan evidence consists of 4 incidents and a number of summary statements, which include the driving out of demons amongst Jesus' characteristic acts. After the call of the first disciples, Jesus entered the synagogue at Capernaum and began to teach. His teachings caused wonders among people, for he was teaching them as one having authority and not as the scribes. The impressive statement, which in Matthew becomes a conclusion in response to the Sermon of the Mount, is reinforced in Mark by an account of an exorcism in the Capernaum synagogue. After the demoniac was healed, the people asked each other in amazement, "What is that? A new teaching with authority?"
Oh.
He commands even the unclean spirits, and they obey him. The function of the exorcism for Mark, therefore, is to drive home. So basically, it's just talking about, I mean, it's right there, people. I like that part about maybe Jesus being possessed.
Yeah. Well, I think about that too. Is like we talk to Christians, and they're like, "Yeah, you got to like let Jesus into your heart and take over your life."
Well, because
you got to give yourself to Jesus. And it's like it seems like a different type of possession.
Jesus is God, right? So it's Yahweh is possessing Jesus. Yahweh is either the most like perfect version of God or the like demiurge Godhead, like encircling our universe in darkness. And that's where I'm at with everything. It's kind of a 50-50 blend there.
It's hard to know.
Yeah, it's hard to know.
You really got to go in your own heart.
We got it covered here between the two of us. You kind of doing this Jesus thing lately.
Yeah, we got it.
Yeah. But that's like where we're at. We're over time here. We're good. Not that we go over.
I think at the end of the day, you got to just listen to your heart.
Yeah.
Listen to your heart.
Yeah. Hope this has been nice and spooky for y'all. Dawson, any kind of closing statements here in this Haunted Harvest series for the Exorcism specifically? Next week we got zombies.
Careful. Just careful out there.
Careful.
Demons are everywhere.
They truly
you gotta make sure you're being good.
Maybe that's one thing y'all listeners can take from this is that demons are just everywhere. Whether you call them demons or not, if you want to just put the label demon on them, they are out there and they are everywhere.
They're going to get you if you let them.
Keep your...
you got to get them before they get you.
You need to practice. The fourth step in my patented magical system is... what would it be? Genesis of People Descent. Dominion. So you're looking at dominion at this point. You need to create dominion within yourself and without yourself. Basically building these barriers up of what you are and represent and what you will and will not allow. Yeah. Both like physically and spiritually, obviously.
Yeah.
So that's my
You got to use discernment too.
Yeah.
Because if you get approached by certain entities, you got to like be able to discern if they're like, if that's like good, if you want that, if you don't.
Yeah. Well, it's like if
you might get approached, but you start getting these paths, you're going to get approached in the night by some entities, and it's like, you got to make sure they're good.
It's like if you can align with them for a while and it works out, that might be for the best. But maybe just cast them out completely.
They might tell you what you want, but it's like it's that classic, careful what you wish for kind of thing. You're like,
Fauci
Gotta be
and shit.
careful. Yeah,
Fauci and shit,
Fauci,
making
you know,
fucking
you might
demon bargains.
make these bargains,
Rule
might
the
come
world
back
and end up
around,
a fucking, you know, on the streets.
But
Yeah, this has
long as
been
you know.
this has been a good little just talking exorcism. I like the story at the
Good.
beginning. I like to kind of break it down there. Hope everybody enjoyed that. I know some of these just like straight up like books from the 1600 Vatican can get a little dry, but I don't think I stayed on it that long. It's interesting. I mean, yeah, they're talking about like amulets and shit, dude. Straight up like sacred magic.
Some of that stuff I think is way cooler than
sick, dude. You had it immediately though. You said like you shouldn't touch them directly, and then it's the next one's like they're gonna explode.
yeah, man, you don't want to touch them
directly, dude.
Yeah, it'll hurt that.
Yeah.
You're gonna die.
Desecration. It's like, oh god. Yeah. Well,
Then they're lost for good.
Just keep up to date on you know keep us liked and subscribed. Tell everybody you can. Outreach really helps, guys.
Yeah,
I will
let me
say,
know.
if you made it this far, you must have liked some part of this. Tell a friend. It's the spooky season. This is the perfect time to approach people without sounding like a weirdo, talking about magic and shit. I know sometimes it's weird to like, do my coworkers want me to talk about this? Now is a good time to just test the waters.
It's time to go for it. Be like, you know what we're doing right now.
Yeah. Let them know what you're in on. Put it on the, if you're working in a kitchen, put it on the speaker instead of music. See what happens.
Yeah. Put some Gregorian chants on.
Just outreach really helps. Patreon.com/Pumpkin Hill Radio. Subscribe for as little as $5 to get a ton of bonus content. You'll get a shout out on here. I didn't check this week if we have any, but last week we had like 3. So what's up to y'all? Thank you so much for coming in again. The Red Temple admires your support, and the cult grows.
It's good.
Check the YouTube for everything. This is all being recorded. Check the socials for everything. This is all being recorded.
Me and Travis have cool shirts on.
Yeah. Get the merch. That's the link, pumpkinhillradio.com.
This isn't our merch, but
that's just merch.
Shirt. This is merch just in general, but
it's not ours.
It's not for sale.
You won't find that, but you'll find other ones there.
Yeah.
This has been Pumpkin Hill Radio, the Haunted Harvest series.
Yeah, baby.
Travis Wormwood, Dawson Trailer.
Yeah, baby.
See ya.
Yeah, baby. I'm trying that.
Be gone.
Yeah. Yeah, baby.